Good morning, Friday, April the 10th, 2026, and it's a very early morning, 6 a.m. out here in the garage, and we're doing a little bit of work this morning in order to get the garage ready for a visit from the garage door company, as we're having a high lift kit installed on the right-hand side of the garage here, as we've purchased a car lift to go on the right side. Kind of a bit of a story to that. We store cars at a gentleman's location over the wintertime between myself and Lynn. I've got 3 cars there. Lynn's got 1 car. Unfortunately, that gentleman sold his house, so we're having to move cars. Well, he just happens to have a storage lift in his garage, and as he's moving, it's for sale. So I've purchased that, and we'll be picking that up in about 2 weeks' time, but we need to make preparations for that in order to fit in the garage. Hopefully it'll fit. We've made the measurements. It looks like it's going to work, with the exception of the where the location of the current garage door tracks are. They need to be lifted as far up to the ceiling as possible. So we're going to endeavor to have that done today by the garage door company. It's not cheap, but should help me out with my storage here at home, and I should be able to actually use it to work on the cars a little bit easier as well. So that's the plan. Hopefully it fits if all the measurements that we took are correct. It's going to be very, very tight. I don't have a huge high ceiling in this garage, but I think I have a couple of inches to spare once the car is up and the car is underneath as well. Anyway, that means that I need to clear the garage out as best as I can. So the cars, unfortunately, need to be uncovered that I have outside. We've got the TR8 and the Boxer outside here in the driveway. Well, those need to move. And this car, the Vitesse, needs to move outside as well. And like I said, unfortunately, it's raining out here, but it's got to be done. They've told me to clear the driveway. Got to move the truck in the daily driver Sentra and put that on the street and move these cars probably over to the front lawn. And my neighbors always love that. Anyway, let's get to work. All right, a couple hours later, and the garage guys just left. And there we go with the high lift pretty close to the ceiling. You can see the difference there now between the 2 garage doors. So that should give me some clearance. Once I get to lift in the garage, I think we'll be good. So step 1 is done. And we'll eagerly await for the next 2 weeks when I can get the lift picked up and installed in here. And it's going to transform this garage. All right, we'll be back in a couple weeks. All right, big day today in the Tush Mahal. It's Saturday, April the 25th. And of course, it's a weekend, so it's cold. And it's absolutely pissing it down with rain out here. But today is the day we get our 4-post car lift. So we are just about to pack up the truck with all the requirements needed to disassemble a lift and then bring it here and reassemble it. So we've got some help today from Les and Lynn. I think Nick and Shy are going to help us as well. Get some young guns in there to do some of the heavy lifting. So hopefully all goes well, and by the end of today, we'll have a 4-post lift in this garage and working. We shall see. All right, so here we are in Vic's place, our old place, soon to be old place. And here's the lift that we're going to be taking out. So just going to take some pictures and some notes, and so we can get it assembled back at home easily enough. We're just going to sort of tag left and right and take some shots of the cables and the pulleys, for example, and then we'll start taking it apart shortly. All right, we successfully disassembled it, and we've got it all here pretty much on the car trailer. Les is backing it in, and we've got Aline following with a truck full of stuff, and I've got my truck as well. So 3 trucks worth of bits and bobs, and we'll see if we can make it fit in this garage. All right, there's the basic footprint of it. So got still enough room to get behind it, open the cabinet doors, work at the bench if I need to. It's tight, but at least it fits. So, all right, lunch break, and we've got the post set up. Looks like it's going to fit okay. We've got one of the ramps bolted in loosely.
John Kipper, or whatever they say.
We got the princess over here. All right, we have the first victim on the 4-poster here. The narrowest car that I have is this Vitesse, so we figured we would try that out. So it fits. It's a little tight. Wheelbase wise, it's fairly narrow. So anyway, it fits. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll give her a shot, see if this works. We got to be careful with the roof.
Touch your head. Now there's like 5 inches more.
Okay, let me just bring you down to the lock.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a good height. Yeah.
So we should look at what height I have here, because I need 50 inches, basically.
But if you take the top down,
Yeah,
then you're gonna be able to
Yeah.
go another notch.
yeah. Let's see what we have here. All right, I have an old piece of material from the garage door opener that we're removing just to get a little extra height here. And then we'll try to go up one more notch. I think we're at, what did we say, 47 inches underneath it right now?
Yeah.
So I would like to try to get to 50 if possible. Okay, so we got it up pretty close to the ceiling, and now we have 53 inches of clearance under here. So I think what we're gonna do now is bring the TR8 in and see if that fits under here. Should. All right, Sunday morning out in the garage. Actually, nice sunny day today. It's still cold, but at least it's sunny. And we're out here just trying to get things a little bit organized and put back into place. And we're just checking out how it looks in the morning. I think the intent now is to probably put the project car on the top and have the two drivers, one below obviously the four-poster, and then one on the other side of the garage here. It'll probably make it a little easier. Whenever I want to work on the car, this is a 59 TR3. Whenever we want to work on the car, we can just bring it down, or we can bring certain parts of it down. So if I want to work on a fender, for example, I can just grab a fender, do some body work, for example, and put the car back up when I'm not working on it. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll try to work on that maybe a little bit later today. The car's on rolling stands right now, so of course those will need to be removed, and the car will have to be pushed on the lift, but we'll figure that out at a later date. Anyway, things are looking pretty good back here as far as the measurements were concerned. I can still open my cabinets fully. The only thing I did have to move was my hose reel. I just close. You can see the remaining studs there. I just need to move it to the right a little bit to reinstall that. The cord reel is good though where it's at. And we've got some space here along the right-hand side to store stuff. I'm going to get rid of the wheels. For those of you who don't know, these lifts, some of them they come with a caster set, so you can actually move the lift around if you like. We are not going to be utilizing those, so we'll put those into storage and get them out of the way. Fortunately, this one came with the aluminum ramp option, so the ramps are quite light and easily removable, or easily maneuverable, let's say, removable and maneuverable. So I'm happy about that. As far as up this end, this fit pretty well. It doesn't really encroach onto the left side of the garage too much, and everything is accessible here. So yeah, you can see the release handle up here. It's a little tight to the rails. We're going to bend that up probably a little bit, but other than that, everything is accessible here. And like I said, it's fits quite nicely here on this side. I did have to run cord, so we've got the plug in here, and then we've got the cord just kind of reeled up here, because of course I don't need to have it plugged in the whole time. So what I'm going to do is just get a little magnetic hook here to hold the cable, and when we need to utilize the power, we'll just run the cable from there to here. So that's looking pretty good. So yeah, One thing I do need to do when I use these aluminum ramps, because the ramps extend outside my garage and I've got a little bit of lip here in the concrete, I do have these ramps over here that we utilize for my trailer. So we utilized these yesterday. They worked absolutely perfectly underneath the aluminum ramps as a run up to be able to get up to the ramp successfully. So yeah, I think what we'll do is remove my paint marks from where I marked it when we disassembled it, just to be safe. But yeah, looks pretty good, I would say. Happy with that. Something we've been wanting to do for quite some time. As far as working on a car is concerned, should easily be able to, it won't be able to stand up fully high, but definitely on a chair. And of course you could bring it down a little bit to work on it. But yeah, I'm quite happy that we're going to be able to do some work on vehicles up on the lift as well. Oil changes, for example, will be quite easy. So yeah, TR8 is going to come back outside and go undercover. I believe my 73 TR6 is coming home today, so the TR6 will probably go on the bottom. As I mentioned, the TR3 will go up top, and the Vitesse will probably go here on the right side, or vice versa with the TR6 and the Vitesse. We will see. Anyway, I've got some work to do to clear this area out to be able to get the TR3 out this morning. And like I said, it's not drivable, so it's going to have to pushed up onto the lift, so I'm going to need some help to do that. So maybe a Lynn or Les will stop by and give me a hand to do that once I've got everything ready to go. All right, there's the update on the lift. All right, we've got the lift down again, and we are starting to organize the garage the way it needs to be with the new lift installed. So jack stands along here, for example, with a little space there for my door opening. We did reinstall the hose reel up there, and we're good with the cord reel as I'd mentioned. So this is being unpacked basically so I can get it off the rolling hydraulic stands, and in its place will be my 73 TR6, which I just brought home, sitting beside its younger brother, TR8. So yeah, survived winter storage well. So we'll get this squared away shortly after we get the garage organization figured out. All right, we've been playing out here pretty much most of the day today, and I found homes for everything that I had to relocate outside of the garage, or some of the new parts that we attained when we purchased this lift, like the rolling casters, which I don't think I'll ever probably use unless I move to a new space. So those had to find a new home, and they're quite bulky. The rolling stands under the TR3 are an absolute pain in the ass to store. I don't know if anybody has those hydraulic pump-up jacks, but trying to store those is a bit of a nightmare unless you have the proper stand for them, which I don't. So anyway, regardless, I found homes for those as well, at least temporary homes. So pretty much got the garage looking the way that we want to in the end. The bench grinder needs to find a new home somewhere. We did, as I mentioned, lose that work table over there, which I'm probably going to miss, but it is what it is. If I have to have a pop-up work table outside, that's going to have to suffice. So anyway, I didn't use the grinder very much at all, so it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Anyway, we've got the TR6 under the lift. We've got the TR3, the 59 TR3 above it, and that's where it will stay unless I need to bring it down to work on it. I probably could have got up one more lock on the hoist, but that's pretty comfortable there, so I think we're good to go. I do have one bin of parts actually that go with the TR3. I'm trying to keep the parts out here minimal. So I've got some parts here for the TR3 to continue on at the phase I'm at. And the only other thing I have out here are the Vitesse little engine bay, I don't know what you call these, guards that need to be refinished. So we'll work on that as a project as well. TR8 staying outside is going to be put back under cover. Let me see if you want to take a quick look from the front of this. I did move all my jack stands over here, and my jacks and my pressure washer, so everything's neatly tucked over there, so that looks good. And here's what that looks like. Fits in there pretty nicely actually, so I think I'm going to enjoy having that in there. All right, I think that's going to put an end to this video. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for commenting, and we will see you on the next video.